wherever you go becomes a part of you somehow. Hello, my name is Anita Desai. I'm here to share success stories of women from all around the globe to inspire and to encourage millions of women to write their own success story. Today, I have the pleasure to be introducing to you Eva Helmeth. Eva she calls herself business hippie, and she's a digital nomad to be very, very soon. Good morning, Eva. How are you?
Yeah, thank you, Anita. I'm very fine. I'm very excited, as you said, digital nomad to be. I've got a very long to-do list, but I'm so happy to be here and to talk to you.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining me as a guest today. I know you have like, I don't know, couple of weeks left until you start a completely new life.
Yes, that's true. So it's just about 3 weeks. So yeah, it's very soon, and the decision I didn't take so much long ago. So yeah, I didn't have much time to prepare the new life.
So in one of your recent, or not recent, but a couple of months ago, you wrote a post about on your 42nd birthday, happy birthday, you've decided that you will start your life as a digital nomad. So how come? Was there a game changer or a moment that has made this happen?
Yes, actually, I spent my 42nd birthday with a community of digital nomads. And they inspired me. So we've been spending 2 weeks together in Italy with workshops and a lot of free time, sunny days. And, you know, for a long time, I had this dream to turn my travel passion into a lifestyle and not just to travel as a tourist. And this community of digital nomads, they inspired me. They kind of showed me the way to go. And then I took all my courage to take this decision, and that was on my birthday.
Congrats. I look forward to like accompanying your journey virtually. I'm sure you'll be telling or showing us a lot of pictures and writing stories.
Yes. Oh, yes, I will. I will have, I think I will have a lot of stories to tell. And I'm so happy to also inspire other people and to share the stories.
What is your first destination going to be?
Well, the first destination is Ecuador. It's been funny because it was just a few days after my birthday, I got a call. You have to know that I have a startup with natural cosmetics products, and I've always had this this vision that I want to really know where the ingredients come from. And so by chance, I had this call, and it's someone from whom I buy the cacao butter, and he told me he has the sources directly, so he's buying it from a cooperative. And he told me, look, I'll be traveling to Ecuador, and if you like, I can send you some pictures and some videos. And for me, that was the opportunity to say, look, I'll just come with you. So that's my first destination, is Ecuador.
Wow, amazing. Wonderful. You've just mentioned you have a startup. You're the founder of the Mon Courage body stick, which is like the Swiss pocket knife of skincare.
Exactly. Yeah. I'll tell you more about this. Yeah.
Sounds great. And is Ecuador the place where you have all ingredients from, or do you have several?
Oh, I have a list of actually 27 ingredients. If you want to have really good natural cosmetics product, which is very good for your skin, you have to combine a lot of different oils and butters and other plants. And they come actually from all over the world. So from South America, I've already looked up, because I want to, so when I start with Ecuador, I want to see what's around, and I already found another ingredients in Argentina. So that would be also on my list to go there. And yeah, for some oils. And Brazil also has lots of oils to offer. So yeah, it'll be exciting.
Wonderful. You have set up your company in a way that you can run it from anywhere, right? Remote.
Exactly. So from the beginning, what I did was everything that needs to be done on place is something that I outsourced. So I developed the recipe myself, but the production is done by a partner. And they are located in Germany. Then the whole fulfillment, for example, this is also done by a partner in Germany. So I don't have to be at one place to do the business. So the development of new recipes and all that is something I can do in future as well. So I can do it from, I don't need many things. Another plan, just for you to know, is to travel around with a camper van, so I can have my little sort of laboratory in my camper van, and I can still develop recipes. So I don't need to be at one place.
And it's like a home away from home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. But then basically, when you go to different continent, you get a different van again, right? You wouldn't take it with you, or would you?
No, well, that's so the camper van is something for the future, and for the sort of what I have in mind for the summer months. When I would return from South America, I would come to Europe, and that's where I would start my trip with a camper van. So when I'm outside of Europe, so there's two things. The one is that I search for the best ingredients, and this is something I do in South America, for example, but it will also bring me to Asia or to the African continent. And the other thing is to live in a camper van and to work on new recipes, on new ideas, and this is something I can easily do in Europe.
And basically you have three passions, right? Traveling, medicinal herbalism, and natural cosmetics. And you combine these three.
Exactly. So yeah, it's actually been a journey to come up with a business idea that combines all my passions. It's not been there like this. But so traveling has always been a part of my life. When I was 8 years old, me and my family, we went to the Ivory Coast in West Africa, and we've been living there for 2 years. When we came back, even as a kid, I already knew that my life will be out there in the world. So as soon as I finished school, I left Germany and I went to India. And when I started studying, I've been studying in Australia, I've been studying in India, in South Africa, in Paris. So it's always been part of my life to not just travel as a tourist, but actually to live in other countries. And this is something I kind of missed the past years. So when I was working in a totally different area, I worked for a bike sharing and car sharing company in Switzerland, and I've been traveling a little bit. But when you're working as an employee, you just have very few days to really go out and travel. So that's something I missed, and that's why I quit my job and I started my own business.
Speaking of, the the stick you've basically created for minimalists, for travelers, for people who are aware of the environment. And your first charge you have donated, right? The first 3,000 sticks. Would you tell us why you have done that and how it has impacted your business?
So first of all, I have to explain what is the Mon Courage stick. So it's a face and body balm. So the idea is that for your skincare, you don't need to carry around different kinds of creams. You just have one solid balm in a stick format, which is very practical. And then you can use it for your lips, for your face, for your hands. You just have one product. I've been developing it for travelers. That was in my mind, right? And when I saw these pictures of refugees from the Ukraine, they are traveling there, but it's not of course it's not a nice way to travel, and they are forced to leave their home and their country, and then I saw that there is a need when they come to the first place where the refugees come in Germany. They are given all the basics they need, and these places, these organizations, they were looking for companies to donate products. And when I saw this post, I reacted instantly. I didn't really think a lot about it. I just reacted and I said, okay, well, I wanted to do something. And the only thing I have and what I can share is that was my first production of 3,000 Mon Courage sticks. So I answered that I will donate everything I have. And that was for an organization in Munich. So I went there personally, and I also distributed the Mon Courage sticks to refugee families, kids, women, older men. And what was very fascinating was that they asked me, look, I have very dry skin with my hands. Others, they had problems with dry lips and faces, or their kids had something. They were asking me, well, can I use it for this, or can I use it for that? And it was such a good feeling to tell you, yes, you can use it for it. And it might sound as a luxury. Do they really need skincare? Is that what they need in this situation? And I say yes, because the skin is something very important for us. When you don't feel well in your skin, it's it's just terrible. And I wanted to donate them also when it's just a little moment, but a little moment of peace and a little moment of well-being. And yeah, that's why I donated it in March.
That's beautiful. Yeah, and it's like do good and talk about it, right? It's important. Both sides important, and also to raise awareness for it. And the nice thing is as well that for doing good, you also received appreciation. Like Douglas Tina Miller has enlisted your product in her company, or well, she's not CEO anymore, but in the portfolio of Douglas. I think that's beautiful and well deserved.
Yes, well, actually, as you said, you do good and you talk about it. You could question it, of course, and there were people who question it, but I'm a founder of a startup, and I don't have investors, and I donated everything I had, and if I would do that, okay, that's fine, but then the startup is dead and I would not be able to be here anymore, and I have so many other plans with the startup, so good things to come up. So I really wanted to go further. So the only way I saw was to launch a crowdfunding campaign, which I did in just a week. And I wrote this post on LinkedIn, and as you said, Tina Müller from Douglas, which was the CEO at that time, she erected, she personally donated, and she listed the product in Douglas. So yes, it's very comforting to know that if you do good, the good will come back to you. And it's part of my philosophy as well. You have to, I think, you have to have the courage to follow your heart, and don't be afraid. It will come back, and it will also maybe come back triple or even more.
Yeah. I think it's a beautiful story, and I hope that because it is quite a risk, and it's not just an investment, it is a risk, because you don't have this financial background to just do that. Just like you said, it's a startup. And
look, I was in the moment of the decision, I was thinking of, okay, it's a risk, but just to be honest, I still have my home. I have the people I love around me, and the people I donated my product for, they lost everything, right? So yes, it's a risk for me, and it's a risk for the future of my startup, but it's not a how do you say, a risk that would take my life, right? So and that's also what's leading my decisions, is yes, the decisions can be regarded as risks, but I'm still here, I'm still breathing, I'm still alive, I still have my family around, so don't be too afraid of taking decisions.
True. Inspiring way of thinking. You're anyway a very courageous person, or I think you don't call yourself courageous, but rather curious. Like, this is what I read on your website. Like that, stay curious. When you think about, I mean, you've already told quite a lot about your future plans, aims. We already know a little bit about it, but are there any other plans you would like to share? Or aims, anything maybe even big that you would like to realize one day?
Yeah, well, my vision is a very big vision, and I go step by step forward, but my vision is, look, we are living in a globalized world. It's reality. We can't say let's get rid of globalization. That's reality. It's just the way how we approach globalization. And my vision is to live in a world as if it would be a big village, a global village. What does it mean to live in a global village? It means that we're when we meet each other, that we will be on an equal level, and that we care for each other. So maybe you know this feeling when you read about news of, let's say, a natural catastrophe somewhere in the world. If you've been there already one day as a tourist, maybe, then you're connected, and then you can feel with the people. It's maybe sometimes it's hard to really be connected if you don't know the landscape, the people. So what I want to encourage is to really, we are very privileged. We can actually go out and we can travel wherever we want to. And I would take this privilege as a chance to go out and to get in contact with people of different cultures, living in different natural environments, to learn from them. As you said, I'm a very curious person. And I want to encourage other people also to leave some sort of their comfort zone and to go out and to experience new things. And so this is my vision, and what I want to do is to encourage people also, let's say, as a speaker or as a mentor, and with this little product I developed with the natural cosmetics Mon Courage stick. This is something you can take with you to feel good in your skin, and to have the courage to follow your heart.
Beautiful. Yeah, I saw that when you travel now, you only have like a small backpack or a rucksack.
Yeah, well,
You can imagine.
I tend to travel with my hand luggage. So the funny thing is, when I started traveling after school, when I went to my first trip in India, I had a big backpack, and I had I thought I have to take, I don't know, everything with me. But no, it's so much easier if you're just traveling with a small hand luggage. You don't need many things. You just feel light, and you can move around, and it's so much easier to get in touch with people with just this little backpack on your back.
True. Yeah, I used to travel a lot myself as well. This is why I have personal interest in your topic as well. I find it fascinating. And what I feel like when you travel the world is there are so many exciting things to see. But the best is when you come home, or you don't even have to come home, but in everyday life, you learn something at each place, something new, and you can include it in your everyday life. You can become more curious, more courageous, or calmer, and more open to things, more relaxed. Yeah, you learn so much and grow.
Exactly. Yeah. So the experience you have when you travel, I would say this is the true treasure that you will hold in your heart. You can bring souvenirs with you. You can bring a whole lot of photos, videos with you, but the real treasure is the experience that you lived during your travels. And this is something that no one will ever take from you, and it's something that sometimes when it's like today, raining outside, it's cold and gray, and you are stressed in your job, then you can go back to your treasure of your travels that you still have with you.
True. What is your personal secret of success?
Well, my personal secret is just take a decision and live with the consequences. Yeah, so have the courage to take the decision, live with the consequences, don't be afraid. You can always have a new decision, and often it's what we imagine what makes us anxious, right? So we imagine it to be very dangerous or whatever, but do it and then you will see, and then you can react. And often the reality is it's much easier and better than what you have in mind.
True. That's right. Thank you. If you had the chance to talk to your younger self, what would you tell her?
Well, I would actually probably tell her exactly what I said right now, is to don't be afraid to take decisions. My younger self was probably always looking for the right decisions, but you know, decisions are not forever, and it's just another step towards your vision or your next life. So just go step by step, and don't stress yourself with taking the right decision.
True, so true. Is there anything else, a message or anything else you would like to send out there before we finish our interview?
Yes, well, the message is actually to be curious and to keep this curiosity. And if you are curious and open, then you can live your full potentials. Yeah, we have so many talents which we don't live out, so many dreams and visions. So be open, be curious, and also have the courage to leave your comfort zone. And yeah, and then you will be able to fully live your potential and dreams.
Thank you, very inspiring. And I can imagine you have already met many inspiring women in different countries. Which inspiring woman would you like to see in my interview one day?
Well, I would like to see 𝐶𝐻𝑒𝑚 𝐇𝐞𝐥𝐻. 𝐶𝐻𝑒𝑚 𝐇𝐞𝐥𝐻 is a woman who is for years she's active in Africa, and I've been in one of my studies. I've been studying global studies, so development work was a focus on my studies, and I like her approach to, instead of having projects of development work where there is kind of a hierarchy of the good Western people coming with a lot of money into an African country and donating it to the poor Africans. So what she was doing is she develops together with African people a business case that turns many people to entrepreneurs in a very, very fast and easy way, and yeah, to be realized. So look it up, look up 𝐶𝐻𝑒𝑚 𝐇𝐞𝐥𝐻. She's a very, very interesting person.
Thank you, sounds inspiring. Well, thank you, Eva. It was a real pleasure. Thank you for sharing your story and your passion, and I look forward to hearing more from you.
Yeah, well, thank you, Anita, for this opportunity to talk to you, and yeah, it's been a very, very interesting talk.
Thank you. And to you out there, thank you for watching or listening to this inspiring person. And yeah, just as she says, stay open, stay curious, and take decisions, because there are so many opportunities in life. Take care and see you next time. Bye.